Hello everyone, and welcome to Futekiya's panel with Ayu Sensei. I am neither of those things. I am Bishonen Sensei, and I am one of the Japanese translators. And I have the distinguished honor of being able to help out with the panel today with Ayu Yamane Sensei, who we'll get to in a second. We also have two lovely, lovely workers from Futekiya here to help out as well. So if you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Oh, should I go first?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Emma. I'm the editor-in-chief at Futekiya. And then...
Hello, everyone. I'm Gladys. I'm a producer at Futekiya. It's nice to be here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Hi.
And Ayu Sensei, do you have anything you want to say just to begin with?
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Ayu Yamane, the doujin comic artist. And now my comics are available in futekiya in English. Yeah, thank you for having me.
So I was lucky enough to get registered to Futekiya this weekend, and I read all of your comics, and they're all wonderful, and I'm waiting for them to continue. So we had a few questions come up in our talks, and we thought these might be interesting questions to ask Ayu Sensei. And of course, we can take questions from the audience as well. But to Ayu Sensei, I want to ask, when did you know you wanted to be a mangaka?
Maybe it was when I was a 5th or 6th grade in elementary school. And but I feel a bit awkward when I'm introduced as a mangaka, because the term mangaka in Japanese means the people who publish their comics from publishing companies and periodically. But although I have published my comics from publishing company a couple of times, but now I'm just like a doujin comic artist. So can I introduce myself mangaka? How do you feel?
I mean, especially in America, I think you count as a mangaka because we don't have many, print periodicals here anymore. We used to before, but a lot of times people read their stuff online now with Futekiya or Renta or, other online publishing companies. So I think we'll call you a mangaka here.
Yes. Okay, we can introduce ourselves mangaka regardless the income or yeah.
So
yeah, it's good to know.
Yeah. So what got you interested in BL?
When I was elementary school or in junior high schools, I was into some animes, and I bought some anime magazine, and I found the ship culture in there. Yeah, but at that time, it was very, very long time ago. Maybe there wasn't the term BL. So we just call the boy meet boy story is just yaoi.
Mm-hmm.
And so at that time, I wasn't actually interested in BL manga. Yes, to be honest, I was a bit BL phobia. Yeah, because when I was a teenager, the BL industry was very small, so there wasn't such like a variation of BL comic styles. And after internet started, and I explored many websites, and I found the Kusama Sakai's website. Maybe many of you guys know about her comics, and she was very characteristic. She has a very characteristic style, and I was surprised. Oh, it could be BL, and I was really interested in BL world.
Absolutely. So you got started pretty young, liking BL.
Yes, but the mostly when I was teenager or early 20s, I lost interest in exact BL story, and I found myself again being into BL late in my 20s because of the Kusama Sakai's comics or many internet websites.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome that you got out of it but came back into it. It's very lucky that you did for us. So what does your writing process look like now?
Today I prepare some my actual works. At first I made this plot, and from this plot I made this scenario. Okay, and after I finish this scenario, I draw storyboard. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes, very rough one, and we call this is name in Japanese, but I don't know why we call it name and where was it come from. And from this name, I start the sketches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, with the thin grit paper, like this, using the pencil and blue pencil and black pencil, like this. And sometimes I use the back side of the paper, like this.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
すごいですね。
And once I finished my sketch, I scanned it into computer and print it on the papers specialized for comic drawing. In Japan, there are many company, like paper companies provide the papers specialized for comic. And I print my sketch with pale blue color. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so I draw with my pen onto this pale blue color, so I don't need to erase my sketch when I scan it again into computer to finish my works. So
That's amazing.
Yeah, this is my brand new comics. Now I'm drawing. I use these pens, pen and inks, very old school or traditional style. Yeah, I take half traditional style, half digital to half digital style. And I scan all my pen drawings and finish my works with computer. And usually I use my Photoshop, but since last autumn, I started using Clip Studio. So now I'm planning to finish my work, this comic using Clip Studio.
Wow.
Okay.
That's amazing. Your line art is so beautiful and clean.
Thank you. Yeah. When I draw sketches, I have to draw and I have to repeat draw and erase, draw and erase. So the surface of paper get very rough.
Mhm.
So prevent my pen drawing become rough. I choose the way to print paper with pale blue color for my pen drawing.
Wow. So with that kind of work process, where do you get your inspiration to do your work?
Almost everywhere, every time, from everything. Yeah, but recently, mostly I get my idea from the newspaper articles or documentary series. And for example, about my latest comic, It's Fine, even if it's just a dream. I got this idea from a newspaper article, and it said about the sexual harassment in office.
Oh, wow. That's a very real topic, right?
Yes.
That is one thing I love about your work is you have characters from everywhere. Like you have office characters and like, part-time characters and lots of variety.
Yeah, I love to draw the ordinary people. So maybe my character doesn't have a special skill or like the so-called what spadari or what was the slang of BL, like super seme-sama.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
lots of it that makes your work different, right? You don't write about like, Supa Seme-sama or, like Aidoru or stuff like that. Your characters are very grounded or very person-like.
Thank you. Yeah.
So what do you like to draw the most?
Lovely, peaceful two boys or two men. Yeah, of course.
So what do you like to draw the least then?
Least, yeah, I couldn't come up with idea for this because maybe I don't need to draw what I don't like.
Oh, that's so powerful.
Good. I've heard when I've interviewed other mangaka, they would always say backgrounds, like buildings or stuff like that.
Oh yeah, but backgrounds is very drawing background is very hustle job.
Mhm.
But it is hustle, but it's not so difficult because we already have a certain like ways to draw backgrounds. There are many manual to draw perspective backgrounds.
Mhm.
So I just when I draw my backgrounds, I have to just follow those ways.
Mhm.
So it is hustle, but it is not so difficult. So to me, the most difficult thing is the drawing human body accurately. no matter how many times I check my drawing, but a few months after I saw my drawing again, that's something I feel something a bit off my character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with your characters.
Thank you.
But okay, so what is your favorite type of character to write then?
I don't have a certain type of my favorite character, but my favorite couple is the age different couple. So if you carefully read my comics, you must find almost all of my characters, couples, age different characters.
Mm-hmm. So who do you prefer to be older, the seme or the uke?
I I just like the couple. So I don't have any idea which is my my favorite characters. I always see them as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't choose one of them.
なるほどですね. Okay, perfect. So you've mentioned your writing process and your favorite and least favorite things to write. So what's the hardest thing of all in making a manga?
The phase of the draw storyboard from scenario, because I have to switch letters to drawing, and I have to decide the pages and panels and compositions. It is the most hard. It is the hardest procedure for me.
Absolutely, that sounds difficult.
Yeah.
So, do you participate in any BL activities besides online ones?
Oh yes, I've been participating in some self-publishing comic events like Comic and J Garden and Comitia. Maybe many of you know about Comic, the biggest and the most famous comic event. And the J Garden is the biggest BL, original BL comic events. So, and Comitia is the specialized for the original comics, but all of these events doesn't limit comics. You can sell the novels or games or some what do you say about 효론문? Like an essay?
Yeah, like novels and essays and stuff like that. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I've been to J Garden before, and I always feel なんという男の子一人みたい. I always feel very very lonely because there's so many women everywhere, and I'm the only guy. But
yeah, but from my feeling, when I started participating in J Garden, I didn't see any boys in venue, but recently the number of male participants is increasing. So, and sometimes I found the male only booths. So I in my opinion, these days, the border between gay people and the fujoshi people is getting small and small.
Mm-hmm. That's good. I think that's a good thing. So, what BL are you currently reading then?
Actually, I haven't read BL comics recently, but I'm into MM romance novels. And now I'm really into the Divergent series by Aiden Winters.
Mm-hmm.
I have a reading lesson using this series as a textbook. Yeah, with fujoshi tutor.
That sounds fun.
Yes, I was very lucky I could find the fujoshi tutor.
Mm-hmm. That is great. I always recommend to everyone when you learn Japanese, find a fujoshi or fudanchi teacher.
Yeah.
So, what do you hope to write in the future? What kind of manga?
Until now, I haven't drawn some spicy things. So from now on, I'd like to draw more spicy scenes.
お願いします。
And now I'm working on my brand new comics, and I'm preparing two types of these comics. One is the non NSFW version. Everyone can read it, and the other one is NSFW version, like X-ray.
X-rated.
Yes, X-rated.
やばいですね。Well, I'm looking forward to that. When I was reading your works on futekiya, I noticed that you had not spicy and like the one that was 2 peppers, like just a little bit of spice. And I was interested to read those. They were very good.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So, where do you get your work done? What environment do you work in?
Just my room. I describe it. So I made my desktop the good angle, and so I like to draw illustration in my room because I carefully arranged around my desk to prevent my arm get hurt from hard working. Yeah.
Do you listen to music or watch TV or anything while you draw?
I listen to the English podcast to improve my listening skill.
Good. So I wanted to ask, do you write your dialogue thinking about the English too?
Sorry.
When you write your hanashi and stuff, do you think about the English as well?
No, of course not.
I was wondering.
Yeah, no. When I'm thinking about my story, obviously I think of it in Japanese. So yeah, I'm very, very, very occasionally I'm thinking of my tweet or when I have to write some English sentence. Sometimes I can those things in English at first, but I need more practice about it.
Well, the translations are very good, so good job, futekiya. They're very good. So after you finish writing, how do you relax?
Walking in outside, take a walk outside, or visiting museums to see some exhibitions, and read MM romance, or if and drawing illustration.
You relax by drawing?
Yes.
That's good, I guess. Yeah. So what's your favorite part of working with futekiya?
So thanks to futekiya, I can publish my comics to the readers in all of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and the futekiya staff promote our comics very eagerly. It is very helpful for us. Yeah.
True. I mean, I read your comics and I wouldn't have read them otherwise. Like now I really ship the characters from Ryu-chan no Baka.
Oh,
I really like those characters a lot. So I wouldn't have been able to read your works if it weren't for futekiya, because I don't, use the Japanese online manga sites that much. So really good to have that. You can reach a large part of the world, right?
yeah,
So,
I really appreciate to futekiya.
So
Thank
final.
you.
Oh.
Uh,
And my last question for you is, do you have any advice for young artists or young fujoshi?
Yeah, actually, I feel I haven't achieved any goals. So, but one thing I can advise young people is the if you use the right hand to draw something, train your left hand to do daily things like brushing teeth, or open the cap, or holding heavy stuff to rest your right hand. So I'm my main job is illustrator. I have the over 15-year career. So from this long career, I learned how much important to rest your drawing hands.
That's good advice. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's all the questions that I have. So I think that Emma and Gladys want to introduce futekiya a little bit more, and maybe we can describe Ayu Sensei's live drawing.
You. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess we'll transition to the live drawing for Ayu Sensei. So thank you everyone for coming to our panel and listening to Ayu Sensei's interview. We wouldn't have been able to be here like this past year without everyone's support. And also thank you, Gladys-san, for everything you did to make this possible as well. So in terms of futekiya, I'm sure a lot of people have heard about what we do. For those who haven't, we are a subscription-based BL manga website. So for just one fee, you could read all of the BL manga for that entire month. And we also have different plans. We have a monthly plan, we have a 3-month plan, and a 6-month plan. So you don't have to worry about individually buying chapters or anything. It just, you could read everything in our library. And right now, I wonder if I could do a screen share maybe. Is that? Maybe not right now. Right now we have about 120 titles and we have 136. We have 136 titles, and by the end of next week we'll have 150. So you'll be able to read. Yeah, you'll be able to read 150 titles within our library, and we also have some more things coming soon. So just be sure to stick around until the end of our talk to see what's coming up. I think we saw a question about Libre. We're working on that. We hope to make solid dates soon. So yeah, what else? I think Ayu Sensei is setting up right now for the screen. Oh, thanks, Gladys.
I'm like in the sign up page. Sign in.
Oh yeah, you're on the sign up page. We get to see Gladys' account. We also have a partner website called Manga Planet, which is for everything except BL. So if you're interested in reading like shoujo manga, seinen manga, josei manga, we also have manga there as well. So yeah, but yeah, so right now we have samples of a lot of the chapters that you could read before signing up. So usually the first chapter is free to read. And then once you subscribe, you'll be able to read everything. But yeah, I think, is Ayu Sensei still setting up? Yeah. But
So yeah, you can browse by title. Oh, this helped me a lot. Like we used to have just like the numbers here, but now that we have, I can choose if you remember the English name anyway. But yeah, you can see Ayu Yamane Sensei's work there, and by author. I mean,
and by publisher, and we have a tagging system as well. So you could search like if you want to find a BL manga that has glasses in it, like a glasses character, you could search by that.
And you can sort by spiciness.
Yeah.
Very important.
List. There you go. So if you want just the spiciest one, you can like uncheck those, and then you want the complete ones, then click apply, and then you have Uemura is a good boy right up there.
So,
he's a good boy, very good boy.
Best
boy. Dr. Candace talked about this. She's here right now. She's watching.
Hello. Thank you for talking about us.
Yeah. So there you go. You can see all the spice. But if you're like into fluff, maybe you can like, I don't know. Everyone knows more about the features than us probably. So yeah, you have Thanatetes, which is first in the Konobiya Gayabai 2020. It's a good title. And then you have the novel. We have what do you call them? Manga novels. We call it
super light novels.
Light novels. What is that? Yeah, and then you have Ayu Yamane Sensei's work as well. So
yeah, so we could search by author for that one, I think.
Yep.
Like for Ayu.
So right now we have like 136. From next week you will see more. We have about 2 new titles or new additions to the library every day until Sunday, I believe. That's,
so we'll keep working along. Like futekiya really started off as like a dream almost. Like it just came up as like I grew up like outside of Japan and wanted to read a lot of BL, but never really knew how to find official sources. I also grew up in a time when a lot of BL publishers went out of business just after like the whole economic downturn. So just growing up, I really wished something like this had existed when I was younger. And so I'm really glad to be able to have this, and also to be able to work with artists directly, like Yamane Sensei, to be able to bring their work into English, which is something that hasn't really happened much in the past. So really happy to see this happen. We actually met Yamane Sensei at J Garden, I believe, a couple years ago, and asked if she was interested in having her artwork, like having her manga. Oh, here we go.
Can't unmute. Can I start live?
Yes, please, Ayu Sensei, please start drawing.
Oh, there you go.
Here we go.
See her screen.
So yeah, Ayu Sensei will be drawing for us today. But yeah.
So what were you talking? Oh, how you met Ayu Sensei at
Oh,
J
how we met at, I think, J Garden in 2018. And at the time we were still, maybe 2018? Yeah, 2018. We were still thinking about how we could, oops, Ayu Sensei's writing a note. We were still thinking about how we could make futekiya happen. At the time there wasn't even a name for futekiya. So we talked to Ayu Sensei and she really wanted to have her artwork, have her manga in English. I need host permission to unmute. Oh, Joel, who has host permission?
Do I?
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes,
hello.
we can hear you. Hello.
Yep.
Oh, okay, nice. And now I'm starting live drawing.
Whew.
I'm using this Posca pens. It is nice, convenient, untransparent pen, but I need some adjustment to draw it. Okay, please keep talking.
They want to see the blue lines. Maybe you can.
Yes,
So,
I
there you go.
finished my sketch in advance and trace it with pale blue color with this light table, like this. Yep.
Oh.
Light desk.
Yes. Okay, I'm starting.
Yay. Ready to see. I hope it isn't too distracting to hear us talk in the background. Let us know if it's too distracting.
What does you mean?
Yeah. So I guess, what were we talking about?
2018.
Oh, 2018. We
have a name yet.
Yeah.
Actually, it was like Manga Planet, the sibling service.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think at that time they were trying to like look for possibilities about it.
Yeah. So when I joined the company, they were only focusing on Manga Planet at the time. And so they really wanted to focus on all the genres except BL, and they weren't really sure if they could do BL as like a BL only service when we started. And then when I presented it to them and told them how many readers there are around the world, then my bosses were just like, oh, tell us more. And so at the time, actually, at the very beginning, manga futekiya was supposed to be called Manga Moon.
Moon?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Manga Moon because we didn't have any other name. And so we just came up with Manga Moon as like a stand-in name.
Because it's Manga Planet and Manga Moon.
Manga Planet. And the focus is supposed to be on Manga Planet, and the moon is supposed to just revolve around it, right? So it wasn't a very good name, but we only had it for a couple months before we even started thinking about how we'd make futekiya even happen. And so yeah, so when I think a lot of people wonder what the naming of futekiya comes from.
By the way, it's futekiya, not futekiya. So
yeah.
Yeah, we get a lot of comments like how to pronounce futekiya. It's futekiya. Futekiya. Linguistics sensei.
I won't correct anyone's pronunciation. I'm not that mean.
Yeah, we're accepting of all, I don't know, of all things right now. So
yeah.
there's a little known word. Like, you know how teki means like enemy, right? In Japanese. And so there's a little known like fujoshi kotoba that's not really used that often in Japan, but it was notated in like a dictionary, like an old like dictionary about like BL culture and like futekiya culture. I mean, fujoshi culture. And it said like futeki means someone who doesn't care what other people think and just reads what they like and reads BL how they like and doesn't care about other people. And so we added the ya because like just in Japan you add ya for like stores. So we wanted to be like a store or like a place for people who are fearless or who don't care about what other people think about what they read, basically.
Interesting. I was always wondering about the etymology of it because I know tekiya is a type of like a store or a stall, and I thought maybe it was like the perverted store. Like
it could also be read as that. A lot my bosses, our bosses who don't know BL that much, but they've learned a lot since we started futekiya. They say it comes from the steki, like great.
Yeah.
And we just added the fu to steki, and so it's like great, like.
And fujoshi are great at puns. They're just the best.
Yeah. So I think so basically there's a lot of meaning that could be like drawn out from the term futekiya, but we really wanted, like in terms of what I was conceptualizing when we first started, it was really like to be fearless, to be like to go forward with what you like, and so yeah, that's like a little bit like behind the scenes, like thank God we're not called Manga Moon.
I think Sailor Moon might have sued you there for copyright problems.
I mean, I'm sure there's some piracy website out there that has that name though, so given the proclivity to have these types of names. But yeah, so that's a little.
They did say that they didn't give like, well, Manga Planet was like just a name out of the blue, so
yeah, they.
Thank God for Emma for.
Yeah. Like it's hard to talk about futekiya without also mentioning Manga Planet because their histories are really tied together. Like they're sort of they're a sibling project together. Yeah. But Manga Planet was just a name our bosses came up because they couldn't come up with anything else. But it works. Like we still stuck with it. So
you guys were at J Garden 2018, right?
Like just as like regular attendees, yeah.
Yeah, I was there too. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, I have a friend. I have a lot of friends who are mangaka, and they'll often get me like staff or booth tickets.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see each other, but it's a big thing.
I feel like I probably just blend in with the other like attendees. So.
Oh, I'm also wearing like a mask, and this was before it was popular. So, everyone's kind of like, doing their own thing whenever they're at like Comiket or, J Garden. They're like focused on getting to their like, mangaka's booth that they have to go get something from.
Right.
Yeah, man, when I was young, I'm not that old. Like a couple years ago, I'd be the type of person that'd go fish train to like Comiket or like Komitiya or J Garden and have to get to all the booths to.
Yeah.
But I guess nowadays that seems like such a fantasy in a way.
It does, but I mean, it's really, for anyone who hasn't gone to Comiket before, it's really an experience. It's kind of like Anime Expo. It's like, it may not be the most fun thing to see, but I recommend everyone see it at least once before they die because there's just so many mangaka, like independent artists as well as commercial artists. It's just so amazing.
I think this is just like really random tips from my end. Recently, like they added a new building they added a new, Big Sight added a new building where a lot of the events are taking place. And if you can't use the bathroom in the building, you could go to the food court like nearby, and there's usually nobody waiting there. That's not very useful tip probably now, but just in case people are interested.
Gladys has something in her hands. What is that?
Is that the guidebook for Komitiya?
No, this is like a Comiket the canceled one. So I bought it for
Oh no.
yeah, but it's this thick. So that's how many artists. Oh no, you can't see from the. Yeah, there you go. Can you see that?
Mhm.
That's how many artists. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have to have a plan when you go. Like you need to know which you look at the map and you look at the numbered
Yeah.
booths. Like, you know, that's really the way to do it.
I have my old, like in 2016, my friends and I actually had a booth, and so this is the one we appeared in.
What?
But it's this thick buddy, and then you get like a nice map.
I can
So,
show
like,
them.
Yeah.
It's.
Oh, you showed it already.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
did.
But actually, this is a tip. If Komike ever happens again, if it ever happens again,
When it
world.
happens again.
when it happens again, I really recommend the online catalog is actually very useful because you could print out a map that's like that marks all the booths that you already like know, like you already marked in your catalog basically. So like it's really convenient, like you just print out one sheet and it's not like handwritten or anything. But these are just really unuseful tips. I'm just trying to see what's going on.
So like somebody commented about like futekiya having more titles than Manga Planet. That's because futekiya actually launched earlier than Manga Planet. So we just turned one last Wednesday, July 8th. Yay!
Yay!
Thank you so much for the support.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So if you look at so there's a library and there is a blog that comes with
Let me
it.
try to find the link real quick.
So that's if you look at our blog, we posted there our thank you messages to everyone, and I love. Oh, you love the blog so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Gladys.
For those who are not aware, I am part of the blog, the social media, and like events like this. So it's a lot, but yeah, there you go. Emma shared the first anniversary messages, and that's actually our team.
Yeah, that's our office. Oh yeah, I don't know if people are interested. Our office is actually a CG animation company, and we're just like one segment of that like a company of like 20 people, really. So a really small company.
So we have like 3 in the development team, and us, Emma and myself, and our president, of course, and Chairman Narita-san. If you watched the AX panel last week, yeah, he was there.
Yeah, Narita-san. But those are also just the full-time staff. We also have like a lot of people who help us like part-time or freelance as well, and we're very grateful for their help throughout this. We would be nowhere without them.
Yeah, so the blog articles are written, especially the Fupedia ones. This is something that Emma is very particular about, like giving. So since I mean, I feel her. Like, there's no website giving all this information in English. It's all in Japanese, and why not share this to the world when we can like have people who understand Japanese? And so we came up like with the Foodpedia articles, which is our sort of like Wikipedia for BL fans. We plan out everything. So if you guys checked out last Friday's Foodpedia article, that was okay, another shirt. I'll take note of that.
Another what?
Shirt. So there was a request for a futekiya shirt for All Peppers Are Valid.
Oh, I haven't paid that much attention to the chat, so I should be.
And yeah, Foodpedia. So last Friday's article was on Omegaverse, and luckily we have a lot of like positive reactions from it. Ooh, thank you, Emma. That's fast.
Omegaverse is a personal favorite.
So just a shout out to our writers, like people who write these Foodpedia articles are, how do you call them? They have degrees on
Yeah, they have research.
yeah, so they are the best people to write these articles. And we have like a BL's fans guide to blah blah blah. So I just posted a link before to Comitia and J Garden, and we have posted Comicit. And do you get a degree on a megaverse? I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the chat.
You could,
What would your
you could do
dissertation be
a
like?
research project.
Yeah, so yeah, and what else? BL's fans guide. Oh, last time we posted web autograph sessions, because we also post a list of events, BL manga related events, like online and offline. You can obviously, because of COVID-19, there have been a lot of cancellations and postponements of real events, but for like online events, like Tana Tete is doing a Sankai, an autograph session, I think. Yeah. Emma smiling. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you find those helpful when they open, like they remove the travel restrictions again, and then you enjoy BL more in Japan. And yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to add. This is off topic, but our office is actually down the street from Otome Road in Ikebukuro.
It is. It is. We're in Ikebukuro, so that's very dangerous
It's just
for our wallet.
okay, sometimes I'm just stressed out at work, and then during lunch I just walk over to Mandarake just cause like.
I mean, Emma here is a Fujoshi. I love otome stuff. So but yeah, we are in the dream like land.
I mean, I'm worried that I'm gonna wake up. I don't know, but.
Okay, well, Emma, I have to ask then. So you prefer Mandarake over K-books?
I have a friend that works at Mandarake, so I have like my
okay.
biases.
Yeah, I know
Like
somebody.
it depends. It depends on what I'm looking for and what mood I'm in. Like if I really want to like go diving, I go into Mandarake. But if I want something a little bit more organized, I go to K-books.
Mandarake is like walking down like into a basement of a hoarder.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like that, but I don't know, whenever I was performing in Ikebukuro, I would go there a few times a week just because you can look for like hours and not go through everything, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Organized as well, but like unorganized chaos, I guess. I mean,
we have a guide about K-books. Actually, like if people are interested in K-books. K-books owns like Otome Road basically in terms of the number of shops they have.
And they sort of like, so we released that November, I think, that article. So after that, they have shuffled off their stores again. They're moving around, so probably they're not very useful, but
yeah, they change stores like every 4 months. Like
they do like the athletic store or the Doujinkan or the
so the Otome-kan in front of the anime store is not there anymore. So I don't know like where they move. I don't know where to get my Otome goods.
Oh no. Oh.
So I have to look that up. But yeah, K-books people are good people. Yeah. So we're hoping to like be able to talk to Mandarake as well, Emma.
We keep getting a question. How are authors getting paid? They do get paid every time someone views their manga. They are like when you read their manga, they are paid as a note. Yep. Sorry to interrupt. But yeah. Ayu Sensei's. Sorry to interrupt, Gladys.
No. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Articles. We're hoping to get more like BL oriented articles on shops as well. I mean, you guys probably know better than us, or like, yeah. Actually, Emma, we had a bullet like. We're supposed to talk about BL manga licensing, right? Why are we?
Yes.
Sorry, I keep getting distracted.
We're starting with commercial licensing, so you're actually really on topic because at K-books and Mandarake, what do they sell? Commercial manga.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Thank you.
So, licensing commercial BL. So we have the question. Let's see. trying to back up. How do we decide what to license?
How do you decide what to license? How do you license, I guess?
There's a lot of factors. It really depends on the title individually. And we have to go, like, our office works with our partner company to negotiate with publishers. And so when we talk to publishers, we come up, we have like a list basically that we prepare to give to the publishers. And so with the Manga Planet list, it's sort of a combination of Gladys, me, and our president, who's a really big manga fan, coming up with a list. But in terms of futekiya, I actually curate a lot of the list. We get a lot of requests, so I review the requests and see what's possible, and also see like what other manga has the real good like potential, like we review like each title individually to see like how, if it's possible to be licensed into English, and then we go to the publisher and ask, hi, can we license this in English? And then the publishers decide on their end, and they also ask the artists if they're okay with those things in English, because we have had some artists be like, no, we don't want it in English, or other situations like that. So it really depends on the title. It really depends. It really depends on like a lot of different factors at once.
Yeah.
So
like, can you recommend those titles? Yes, you can. You can like go to the library. We have a contact page there, and you can just like send us an email or DM us on our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Comment, can you try to license this title, blah blah, and then of course we have a running list, so we add those to our list. Yeah. So in addition to requests, I mean, we can't make promises, of course.
Yeah, we can't promise anything because a lot of it is actually out of our control.
Yes.
I saw a related question. I saw a related question in the chat. Someone was asking about your experiences and your concerns about, illegal scanlations and stuff like that. And I remember I read actually quite a few articles on it on your blog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys want to weigh in on that as legal manga distributors.
At the time, actually, so when those interviews were being created, we were still working on seeing if futekiya is even possible. So I was just, I was like by myself basically in the office, and my boss is just like, just fill up the like blog with something. So I was just like, okay, well, let's do an in-depth guide, like look at like what scanlation is, like what's going on in scanlation, like what's the situation of scanlation, and at the time it was 2018. In terms of like views, my views haven't changed much since then. I mean, our company has a stance. I don't know. We published a stance on our official website that delineates exactly what our company's stance is. Now, this is also like, it could be a personal question, but in terms of like our company's stance on it, like we view it as sort of a hindrance to the ability for the manga industry to grow and serve the international community better, basically, is like the summary, the TLDR of that message. I know like a lot of people have different circumstances that sort of it might hinder their access to BL or make it difficult to read BL. Like, I understand there's a lot of things, like life is hard now, so I don't want to like beat on that point of saying like, oh, you're a bad person, because there's a lot of factors in life. So just, that's putting that aside. It's just, there are realities in terms of being a legal service, especially a new legal service, and trying to like be able to continue to be legal when illegal websites are so popular.
Absolutely. And, on my side, as a translator, of course, I've done scanlations before, especially, in my youth, younger. And it really kind of changed for me whenever I started speaking with manga artists who were describing, how upset they are whenever they see people take their works and put them through situations that they can't control. And for me, that really kind of changed my whole outlook on it. And now I, don't really spend as much time translating stuff, especially for illegal services. If I had some work with DMI and stuff like that in the past, but, it's a tough situation to be in. So I feel like I kind of mirror your opinion on that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different factors. Like, there's the publisher's stance of saying like, oh, it's bad for business and things like this. There's also the artist's stance where they can't control where the art is going, basically. And like, there's another factor as well, especially when it comes to fan art. Because it's released online, if they get a request to take it down, they can't, it's really difficult for them to be able to take it down. Or if they just don't want that art out there anymore. It's very difficult for them to take it down once it hits those scan sites.
Yeah, once it's on the internet, it's on the internet forever.
Yeah, and so it's just difficult sometimes. Like, yeah.
I mean, like just recently, I mean, everyone who is reading futekiya should know like simplified pervert romance, and one, I think it was Megihara sensei who, well, it's not actually the manga. I mean, aside from the manga, they spin off to drama CDs, and I'm a big Ayu fan as well. So like and drama CD fan as well. So like the drama CD label was telling everyone to not support the illegal like links or videos posted on some like video sharing website that has the full tracks of the audio. So, well, Nigihara Sensei, I think, also voiced her opinion that we should like access all this, like not just PLCDs, all types of work through legal means. That's why I guess futekiya exists, is because we want to provide that legal means of access to everyone, so that you won't have the like excuse that, oh, because this is not, there is no such way to access this legally. So yeah, we're trying our best.
Like, yeah, also like views on an illegal site doesn't equal out to publisher understanding if something could be released in the States and actually be able to like support itself and lead to more releases in English sometimes. Like, it's really difficult to tell, like, from a business perspective, like, I hate to bring up the business, like, it's really difficult to do the math sometimes because of like illegal scans and things like that. I think we had a question, actually, this is an interesting question about like, how does fan translations like impact the rates that translators have? I think this is my own personal opinion, really. Like, I think there is definitely, because people are willing to do it for free, companies are able to think about paying less. I think there might be a connection. I'm not an economist on this, but you see this in the like with like Crunchyroll, like translation, like the subtitling and things like that. Like because like rates are starting off just low to begin with, it's really difficult for it to go higher. Sorry for like that sad. No, we could move on to something nicer or like more upbeat.
It is a great point, though. Like, you know, I mean, as a translator, you know, most of us have to spend around 10,000 hours to get to a point where we feel comfortable, you know, being employed, and, you know, getting paid cents for that is not cents on the word for that, you know, is not really great incentive for us to want to do it. But so I think you have a really good point there. So let's talk about something that doesn't get scanlated, which is independent manga.
Those still sometimes get scanlated, actually, especially in the gay comic community. But
true, those weren't going to get published anyways.
Yeah, but working with we also work with independent artists like Yamane Sensei. And so in those cases, we usually, before we work with a partner, like with publishers for officially like published works, we work with a partner website, and then the publishers, and then through the publishers, they contact the artists, and then there's the editors in between. There's a lot of like other things going on. With the independent artists, our office directly contacts the artist and say like, hey, I mean, usually like we go to the event, and be like, hey, like, I really love your work. Would you be interested in having your work published in English? And so we have some artists say like, oh no, I'm not that interested, or I've never thought about it before, but give me some time to think about it. We have some artists that say like, we've had bad experiences with scanlations and we don't want to deal with it. We don't want to deal with this type of thing. So because of the bad experience, it makes them unwilling to have this stuff in English sometimes. But then we also have artists that really would like the works in English, like Yamane Sensei. And so it's really been like one of the things that like keeps me happy at work is being able to like work with like the independent artists directly and be able to bring the works onto futekiya and things like that. So,
So
yeah.
for FujoCon, we have Ayu Sensei, Tachibana Sensei, Nakura Sensei, Hana Sensei, and Kobuchi Sensei at the Artist Alley. So if you have like messages or questions for them, I mean, Sensei here will help us. I mean, not Ayu Sensei, but like Bishi Sensei. This is getting confusing.
Sorry, you could drop my title.
Like Sensei is gonna be like helping us like send those messages for them. So yeah, this is your chance to like, because I remember there was one interview. So we do interviews with our independent creators as well, especially when like there's an update with their works. This is something we haven't been able to do like at the beginning, but since like we've already like established like our responsibilities and stuff, so we could do interviews with like our independent creators. So I think it was Ha Sensei who said that leave us messages or like comments even, because that's where they get their energy or like the motivation to do more work. So I don't know, I think Kobuchi Sensei like was driven to
Yeah. So Kobuchi Sensei, Kobuchi Sensei works full time, and because of the so many comments that she received on the Omega Call and the Demon's Foundling, she really became motivated to continue the series, really. And so it's really thanks to people's comments that we're able, like she's found the motivation to keep going. There's actually, talking about Kobuchi Sensei, she actually right now, a lot of the artists who are like with FujoCon have free papers. Like in Japanese, it's called free paper, but like illustrations you could download for free, and they prepare them especially for FujoCon. So if you have time, like be sure to swing by the shops to download that. But Kobuchi Sensei has a question in hers for the audience. She's preparing the ending for the Omega Call right now, and she is thinking about having a final chapter, which includes a scene that she's been holding back from drawing. And she wants to ask who the seme should be. And she's asking readers, for the futekiya readers, to vote on who the seme should be. And she asks, like, please let her know on Twitter who you'd like to see. And so if you download the free paper, you could see, I'll find the link for it right now. If you download the free paper, you could see what she's asking, and then let her know like what seme, what alpha should, yeah, you can just let her know like who should you end up with in the final chapter. Basically, is up to you. So
best poll ever.
Yeah, so it's sort of mimicking a lot, because in Japan there's a lot of like surveys that are sent out to BL readers to see what their opinions are and to also shape where the story is going to go. And so this is sort of like mimicking that type of experience in a way. But yeah, let me find that link real quick. Let's see, Kobuchi. But yeah, let's see, elephant question.
Yeah, so if you have like other suggestions for the blog, or like if like manga titles, of course we we try to keep a list of them. And then also if you have like blog articles like, oh, I want to learn, I think it was oh my God, I can't remember. We got a comment before, like, can you do an article on BLCDs? Okay, well, I happen to know like one label that does BLTD, so we'll see if we can get that interview. And yeah, and anything else? I mean, with this COVID thing, I mean, everyone is, even like the publishers. We had difficulties like arranging meetings with, not we, but like our partner, because most people are still continuing remote work, and yeah, so it's really, I mean, we can just Zoom, but that's not really the Japanese, like, you know, yeah, they should face-to-face meeting and
yeah,
formality thing. So yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
we got 20 minutes left.
Yay.
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 So
How
post some
you
questions
doing?
in the chat.
Yeah.
We'll try our best to answer them. But what were we gonna yeah. I think they were having someone asked like recommendations for futekiya newbies. I recommend Ayu Yamane sensei's work for futekiya newbies.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Let me find the link real quick. Also, we had an interview with with Yamane Sensei on our blog, so I could send that over real quick.
Yeah, that was like released before her like latest work, The Beauties of Nature. So we try to like give readers a more in-depth view on their works before we actually release new chapters or like updated chapters, because it's not independent creators, they don't like do the monthly, or where some of them don't do publications, so they have their own day jobs, so they do this like during their like whatever free time they have. So yeah, whenever the updates on their works are irregular, but we're always happy to like add more chapters every time they, and really grateful for them to like still feeling to that having that feeling to want to work with us. I can Yeah. What is your favorite part of your job? Press pass.
Pass?
Well, for me, I do all the like legwork on interviews, exhibits. So like let's see. So we had we covered the Harada Sensei exhibit before. We're releasing One Room Angel on Futekiya very soon. We'll just announce that, yeah. But yeah, so when we were given, so as press, of course, we were given permission to like take pictures, except for the non-NS what NSFW.
Oh, not safe for yeah.
Not safe for work parts. But like, come on, it's Harada Sensei. Like the 50% of the room was NSFW. we had difficulties angling, like taking pictures in angles, not trying to like take pictures of peace and everything. Yeah, that was a difficult one too. But yeah, like events such as Wonderfest, so everyone was clamoring for because 10 count was releasing or like previewing the figure, the R18 figure at Wonderfest. So we got a press pass and like we got the pictures for that and showed that to the audience. That was cool. I'm happy being a press for futekiya.
Yeah. I
How
guess
about you, Emma? What do you love about your work?
Well, I mean, it's not every. I mean, see, when I was a college student, like my senior thesis is on BL history, and I was like, oh, I want to go into academia about BL manga and things like that. And then I talked to James Wilke is going to be at this con, but I talked to James Wilke, Professor Wilke, asking what are your perspectives on like being an academic and things like that. He said, don't do it. So I did it, and now I'm here, and I'm really happy.
Now, see, I only met James in my master's, so I was already like halfway there, and so his advice wasn't any use to me.
Yeah, I was a fresh college graduate at the time, and I was just like, hey, help. And he's like, don't. And I was like, okay. But so I guess that's just having a job is the pleasure.
By the way, James's talk is tonight. Here is his wonderful book, Boys Love and Beyond.
I have my copy somewhere. Where is it? I still haven't liked it from when I did my thesis. Where is it? I can't find things now. Whatever. Anyways,
Okay, so like I sent the contact form for you guys to fill out if you have like title suggestions or yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Okay,
yeah, if you have requests or anything, just email us. That's the way we'll be able to see it. Just email
or
us.
add us on Twitter. Like we. Oh, that's very cute. The drawing is very cute.
Yeah.
Okay, and any other questions?
There was a question about what was it? Pop. Oh, there's so many different questions. I don't know
Oh,
what to do.
somebody like said we should have we should have taken a picture of the fan with the dildo.
This is a
Yeah,
Yaoi convention. There'll be more.
yeah, that was a there was a fan with a dildo on the Harada Sensei's exhibit. Unfortunately, we couldn't so we couldn't like publish that picture. But yeah, the process is you ask. It's either we go through our partner who knows the publisher, and then they ask the publisher to ask the like gallery or the venue or the organizer of the event to like get permission to cover the event, so we don't just like jump in there and can we cover, yeah. So and then we have to like give them like facts, what sort, how many page views do you have, how many fans do you have. So the more support we have, we can say that, oh, there's actually demand for this kind of information overseas. So that's why we were lucky enough to be able to cover the Saizuru Cafe before Komi Komi Studio in Machida closed down. Yeah, because I mean that's the last time we can like cover an event at their cafe, but hopefully we could work with Komi Komi Studio in the future. I am hoping so. Yeah.
Wait, guys, I don't know if I ever told you, but when we first met Hal Sensei to ask if she wanted her work done like in English on futekiya, we met at Komi Komi Studio in Machida.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she invited, like, she said, like, cause she lives out there, like, so she said, like, oh, like, can we meet in Machida at Komi Komi Studio? Me and our company president, who like, who isn't always that comfortable on BL things. So like, we went to the cafe, and like, there was a whole, what was the event at the time? I can't remember now, but there was a whole event going on, and we were just casually eating with Hal Sensei just in this haven of like BL cafe and bookstore.
Unfortunately, yeah, we lost a sanctuary there.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Komi Komi Studio Machida.
Oh, really?
Ooh. No,
I didn't know that.
no. Just.
No, sorry, how you said it.
Maybe. Yeah, but we have like a question. I think I missed. Oh, thank you for enjoying that article on Saizuru. That was a BL fan writing about a BL event, so you can feel the love there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of fans are saying they'd want to buy this design you're drawing, Ayu, like Yamane Sensei, on Redbubble. Maybe. That'd be interesting.
I'd buy it.
Yeah, I'd buy
But then
it.
again, I said that I would buy the comforter that she posted.
No, like, I need a new comforter, so realistically speaking, it'd be a good option, I think.
Right? And it's cute too.
Yeah.
A lot of people are asking about print.
Are they asking about print?
Yeah.
There were a few, yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you want to answer that, or should I answer that? I can answer it. We're starting off in digital, and basically based on if just the popularity, like just based on if we reach like enough subscribers in particular, like enough enough support, basically we'll be able to do print on demand. It's something we are actually looking into. It just, there's a lot of things that we'd have to figure out in order to make it possible, especially things are just more difficult now in general with like the COVID situation, so it actually might take a little bit longer than formerly thought. But yeah, so that's an update on the print on demand. could happen. We just gotta see. I mean, our office is still trying to adjust to what's going on in Tokyo. So like with how trying to shift like telework, and then a lot of publishers are also still like trying to shift their work styles and things like that. So yeah. Yeah.
The futekiya payment plans. So there's a 1 month plan for 6.99, a 3 month. We have 3 month subscription plan and a 6 month subscription plan to Joseph W. Yeah.
Let me see if I have the article link to it. So yeah.
By the end of next week, we'll have 150 titles, and that's like if you subscribe a 6 month plan, that's like 4.99 per month for all those 150 titles. So
yeah,
and like we keep on adding a lot more titles. We have 10 minutes left.
10 minutes. Oh no.
10 minutes. Oh no.
You're doing a good job. It looks great.
We can probably go a tiny bit late because the next panel I think starts at 9:30. So we might have a tiny bit of extra time, but yeah.
Yeah, we still. Oh yay!
But only if people keep asking questions.
We still have the announcements to do, huh?
Yeah, we do. Should we shift to that, or like?
Well, thank you so much for like drawing for us live. It looks great.
Do it. Somebody's like,
Do it.
do it.
I want to ask to readers. So can I ask some question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I want to ask to foreign readers. Because of Japanese law, we authors or editors have to cover certain body parts in our comics, and how do the other countries' reader feel about that? Are they satisfied over it, or do they feel something wrong with it? I want to know.
今チャット読んでますが、100% ダメです、嫌いですと言ってます。Everyone says they hate it.
One person said it adds mysticism.
Yeah, one person says that.
They prefer without that cover.
So yeah, that's what most people are saying.
みんなみたいな。
Yeah. I mean, that's true. If you look at, what is the service that does ero manga, Faku, they're kind of like the hentai version of your service. They actually release uncensored versions of a lot of their manga.
Okay.
That's because they have their servers in America.
That is true. That is also very, very true.
Yep. Well, maybe we could open up a U.S. branch of futekiya, like basically in my parents' in my parents' garage, and then.
I mean, I'm in the U.S. I'm right here. I'll even translate it for you. How about that?
Oh.
We're like throwing ideas here, like a futekiya cafe, like a futekiya U.S. branch. What else? What else do you want?
Oh, that's nice.
Give me an excuse to say hi to my parents more, I guess.
Well, after the COVID thing, we don't want we're so afraid of like going home right now. Well, we can't anyway, but
because you wouldn't be allowed back, right?
Yeah.
If you did go? Yeah.
I mean, like we don't know. We don't want everyone.
Yeah, I was actually supposed to be teaching in Japan this summer in Tokyo, but that got canceled.
No.
So
no.
Now I'm teaching in America. Hey.
Hey.
Man, this can't 2020.
We have a question. Do you have to open a US branch to get uncensored manga? Yeah, because in Japan we can't legally do uncensored manga. So, but yeah, I hope that answers your question, Yamane Sensei. But yeah, did you have any other questions? Or?
It is not question, but I have to confess these things. When Emma, for the first time, Emma came to my booth, maybe it was J Garden, and suggest the futekiya plan to me. I actually was a bit skeptical if realize or not, because having a booth in that comic event, like many editors or that company staff talk to me and pass me their name cards. I'd like to work with you sometimes, but especially about new digital services, they barely realize. So even the Emma explained to me it is the English comic service and it is very new. So until I saw the futekiya really opened, of course I trust Emma and I trust your company, but I was a bit skeptical if it's really launch.
Thank you for trusting us. Thank you. Actually, I was worried if we'd ever be able to launch as well. So you're not the only one in the boat too. I'm with you there.
But I mean, lots of digital manga companies have gone, under and stuff like that. So that's kind of a, I think it's a normal concern. And here's hoping that everyone will go and register for futekiya now so that we don't have that concern ever again.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
How many?
Yeah.
Oh, already a member. Like, how many subscribers we have online right now? Say here, hi. Hi. Yay.
Wow.
Oh,
thank you.
But yeah. Oh, messages. Oh no, so many messages.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you for subscribing. We'll keep trying our best.
Yeah, but I mean, like we've only okay, so like we announced Libre last week. Was it last week? I mean.
Oh yeah, it was only last week.
Yeah, at the AX panel, so we have those titles coming, and we still have to announce the rest of the Shodensha titles coming.
Oh yeah, we never announced the full list yet.
Yeah, we haven't announced the full list yet. So we have announced Zoku Pornographer and Playback and You're My Sex Star 2, was it? And Momotomanji,
yeah! Every time I see people do a quest of things that are already actually on the list, I like explode a little bit inside because I want to say, but we can't yet. So
yeah, unfortunately, yeah. And of course, Hara Listen to One Room Angel. And there's like a long list out there.
I even added some titles like last week. I was like, hey, can we add these on?
Like we are very grateful to our partners for working so hard to like get those titles for us. So we're not the only ones like trying to negotiate for the titles. We do the operations of the like library, the blog, the social media. Yeah.
Yeah. And so
did any question get submitted to the form on Discord?
Oh, Discord?
There was the Google Docs futekiya guest artist message board link.
Oh yeah, if you have messages to the artists, you could send them over and we'll send them over to the artists and then relay back. I think Ayu Sensei got some questions last night actually.
Yeah, so how to make manga requests again? You can DM us on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. We have our contact page. Yeah.
Yeah, please use the. We have contact page. I'll send the link to the contact page actually. Is it possible for someone to buy a gift subscription for someone else? Not currently, but hopefully soon.
Yeah, hopefully soon. We are currently working on it and a lot more. So we are working on different features that our like subscribers would definitely be able to enjoy. And what else?
Oh no, my parents are watching actually. I just realized.
Hey.
Oh no.
Hi, Emma's parents.
Oh no.
Hello. Hi. Hello to Emma's parents, guys. I mean, my mom asked me, do you have another one coming up after the X panel? Like, so maybe like probably next week or something.
Now, see, I just don't tell anyone I know in person about my panels, and that's just the best way of going about it.
Yeah, someone asked, do your parents fully know what you do? Yes. When futekiya opened, I sent them the link, and then my mom was like, are you gonna work on something we could send to our relatives too? Which we did. We released Manga Planet afterwards, so that was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Man, these man, I wish I had masks like that in real life, actually.
Right?
I know, right? Like, they're so cute.
They're so cute. I wonder if you could print masks out like that.
I think Redbubble recently started doing mask printing.
Oh, really?
Actually. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Ayu Sensei, if you're interested in making those masks into reality.
Oh yeah. I intended to print my illustration on masks, but the mask. How can I say that? The mask place was grayed out when I upload my illustration. When I upload my illustration, they pop up the available products. So if I upload too small illustration, they just pop up the sticker or postcards. And if I upload enough large illustrations, they pop up the T-shirts or comforter. I couldn't see the mask pop up in my screen or in my workboard. So I can't understand why they refuse my illustration for mask.
That is interesting.
We'll have to check. I know it's a recent addition. They just started doing them, so maybe they're still having some problems.
Yeah, maybe.
There's a question here for Ayu Sensei.
Okay.
Like, if you can collaborate with anyone, would you collaborate with?
Collaborate. It needs I practice more, but if I can collaborate with someone, I want to collaborate with the romance authors. Yeah, I'd like to draw the other country's story.
That's awesome.
Eden Winters did like your illustrations and had it like on a T-shirt, correct?
Oh yes, for like a romance event, she planned to distribute original T-shirts, and she asked me to use my illustration on for it. So my fan art was used for her promotion T-shirts.
Oh.
Yes.
I hope any romance writers out there would like to collab. let's see. Repeating a question. What was the question? Oh, you sent this to me, Gladys. So regarding, we had a question about if we could say like why, like if we can't have a title on futekiya. We actually might not be at liberty. I don't think we're at liberty to announce that actually, to give those details regarding it. And sometimes we actually don't receive the details as to why there was a no. So if that clarifies things. But yeah.
I mean, we
Trying.
could the information. Like, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult sometimes. Like sometimes I'm always just like, why? But there's just people have their reasons and we gotta respect them. So but yeah.
Okay, so like the next panel has set up like very soon, so we have can we like shift to the announcements maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry guys for making you wait.
Yeah. Thank you for watching us up until now, actually.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, so let me share my screen here. Yep. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yep. So if you guys saw our blog, we posted sort of a hint with our Futekiya article, but yeah. So we have titles coming to Futekiya from Mediasoft and Ayu Publishing. Yeah,
so yo.
Yeah, we have more publishers working with us now. Thank God. We are very grateful. And
took so long.
So, are you guys ready? I can see the chat. Oh man. ちょっと待って。Okay. So here we go. First up, we have アルファがアルファを抱く方法 by 徳柴先生。Yay! So,
Yay.
Oh, the ways in which an alpha can hold another alpha?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of Omegaverse coming in, guys, so be ready.
Yeah.
Yay! So next one is ヴァンパイいただきます by アブグ先生。
Yay. I'm about to be a vampire.
Yay! And お預けのキスの行方 Can you see that?
I didn't. Oh, here we go.
Okay. By Omayu sensei.
Yay.
And yep. And Takumi no Alpha by Kotaru Kashima sensei. That's another verse there for you. Yep. So next one, let me do this really quick. 君は僕のことを崇拝しすぎてる。はい、ここ愛の。
Yeah, that one. Koko Aino.
And 月かげろうで会いましょう。遊郭オメガバース。So, that by しびと恋煩い先生。So that's one of.
Yeah, we didn't lie when there's going to be Omegaverse.
That's a lot of Omegaverse, but it's popular.
So. And okay. So, we have more. どえそばけが寝かせてくれない by another title by 時田先生。And Revival Blue by ITZ 先生。
Wow.
OS、Revival
Yay.
Blue。
OS 寝かせてくれないか。
Let me see.
Yeah.
I like this right. Okay. And last but not least, 秘密のメス域。
Yeah.
おー。
先生。
Woo.
イエーイ And 午前0時の失恋同好会 by 源和樹先生。
I'm so glad we have Minamoto Sensei's stuff now. Oh,
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah. Actually,
I love
Is he
Minamoto
full
Sensei.
list? Is this a full list, Emma?
Huh?
Is this a full list?
this isn't the full list. We have other titles.
So yes.
I had to pick and choose for this because you only said we could present 10. So
So yeah, we have more BL titles coming just in. But yeah, we can only announce this 10. But they're great, right? Are you
Yeah.
guys excited
Yeah.
for them?
there's a
yeah.
longer list, but we're going to other events soon. I think maybe we'll announce it soon. We'll see how things go. Yay!
Yeah, so these are our links. Obviously you know that Futekiya Library, the blog, and then our Twitter, our social media.
Yeah.
Yay.
Let's see how things are going on. Oh,
Okay, so Maud, how much time do we have left?
I think we're 10 minutes over.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
Yeah, you're
guys,
about
for
done.
going over.
Emma.
But yeah, I guess now we're going into closing comments, huh?
I guess so. So you can go first, Emma.
Oh, well, yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in today and watching our whole panel. It's really great to be able to talk to people directly and also see your comments and everything. So thank you so much. Also, thank you for all your support this past month. And then hi, Mom and Dad. You could go, Gladys.
Hello, Emma no okasa no otosan. Konnichiwa. No, but yeah.
They don't know Japanese.
Hello, Emma's parents. Thank you for watching. Yeah. So I have not really thought about closing remarks, but thank you guys for watching today. I mean, we sort of like, yeah, didn't plan for anything actually, but I hope you enjoyed the panel and learned a lot from like what's behind the scenes on the publishing side and also on the like blog side. And we get to see Ai Sensei drawing live and also her talking about her we're really grateful for Ai Sensei to be here with us today. Arigatou gozaimasu.
はい、ありがとうございます。
And thank you for the subscribers, thank you, and for the non-subscribers or like if you, I hope this panel got you interested in signing up for our service. I mean, we are still small here, we are still growing, but we'll do our best to like cater to your needs. And yep, that's all from me. My name
Thank
is
you
Gladys.
for watching. Sorry, I can't finish it.
That's okay. You'll put it later on Twitter, right? So we can see it?
Yes, I will do.
Perfect. So in that case, let's wrap up this this panel. There's tons of other really great panels going on tonight. So stick around and check out the Twitter and Discord announcements. And I think that's about it. So I'll see you guys around. Thanks again to Futekiya and for Ayu Sensei.
Arigatou.
Thank
Yay.
you.
Arigato.
Yay.